pick somewhere that hasn't got double yellow lines on it. That'll do, won't it? Good morning, everybody. Car Biker here. Off-roading, kind of. Just in Hornsey. Just come out for a nice Sunday morning ride before all of the Sunday drivers come out, but by the look of it, they're starting to appear. And I'm at Hornsey on the east coast. That's the North Sea. Actually looks quite nice today. Bit of blue in the sea. But it would be rather nippy to go for a swim, I think. I thought I'd come and have a look at this. I found this the other day, so I thought I'd show you it. One of two towers I want to show you. This one being the least amusing to me, or the least interesting, but interesting nonetheless. And now apparently that can spin, but I've not actually seen it spin, so I don't know if that's true or not. But this is the start of the Transpennine Trail, or the end of the Transpennine Trail, depending on how you look at it. There you go, Transpennine Trail, which is a walk or a cycle from here on the North Sea coast, East Yorkshire, Hornsey, right across to the other side, past Manchester and Liverpool, and eventually ended up at Southport, I think, which is on the west of the country. So it's quite a few miles. Not sure how many, I would guess 150 plus. Let's have a look. Why not try the whole trail for a holiday? 215 miles coast to coast, behind me. That's quite a walk. But this is the, as I said, the least interesting of a couple of towers I want to show you. So I'm going to show you the other one, because the other one appeals to me because it's slightly odd. Slightly odd. I like my odd things, be it goth festivals or goth weekends or steampunk or all those other things I've done videos on. And this is another oddity. So I'm going to show you a Folly. So let's go and see this Folly. If you don't know what a Folly is, then, well, me neither. There's quite a few definitions for it. I suppose I should have looked it up first, but, you know, research isn't really my thing. Generally speaking, I think a folly is something that it's a building or a structure of some kind that somebody's made that costs a lot of money, maybe looks very pretty but doesn't serve much of a purpose. So I'm not sure that this counts really, because it did have a purpose. The folly that I'm going to show you is a thing called Bettison's Tower, or Bettison's Folly. I believe it's sometimes called the Forgotten Folly as well. And we found this the other day whilst geocaching. If you've not tried geocaching, or you don't know what geocaching is, basically treasure hunt. People have hidden things all over the country, and you can use your GPS to get roughly near them, and then clues to actually find the thing that's been hidden. Usually it's got a little logbook that you sign or stamp, and then you tick it off as one of the things you've found. And Bettison's Tower, which I'd never heard of before I went geocaching the other day, has a geocache hidden very close to it. I won't tell you where in case you're a geocacher and you want to find it yourself. So I think it's down this one. This is a weird place to find a folly because it's quite modern. Yep, this is the place. So this is where the folly is, and quite weirdly, so it's in the middle of a load of houses that are reasonably modern compared to the thing I'm going to show you. Here's a sign describing it. But this is the tower. This is Bettison's Tower, or Bettison's Folly. And it's got an odd story to it, which is why I like it. I'm just going to get where the sun isn't to give you a view up. Quite tall. Now, Bettison apparently was a brewer, which is why if you look at this thing you can actually see that some of the windows have got beer bottles in. See if I can zoom in on that for you. There you go, so a window made of beer bottles. And he was a brewer, he owned a big house, he owned a big bit of land, he had a lot of money, and he had servants. We're talking 1800s here, I think. And one thing he didn't like was getting home from work and not having his food on the table. So he decided that to get around this problem of not having the food ready for him and him having to get cross because the servants hadn't done the job properly, obviously, he would build this tower. Now obviously all the houses weren't around at that time, so this tower looked over lots and lots of land. And he built this tower so that at roughly the time when he was planning to come home from work, his servants could go to the top on ladders, look out, look for his coach coming, coach and horses, and then when they saw he was coming, they could make sure they were getting his tea out on the table so that when he came through the door, it would be ready for him, ready and waiting, and he wouldn't be annoyed that it was missing. This is classic Yorkshireman, this is. This is, yeah, tea on the table. But so he built this just for that purpose. Now the house that he had has gone, but the tower remains as a Grade 2 listed building, so this will be around here for a long time. And it's actually been used for a lot of things since. So one of the key ones was during World War II. It was used as a siren thing, I think. It was early warning of bombers coming in, because this area just north of Hull was the second most bombed place in I think in England for sure. I think in Britain though, it was the second most bombed place after London. So this was one way of getting an early warning that things were coming in and getting that message out to people so they could prepare. The other weird thing about this, I mean, I found the door quite weird. I wonder if this has been replaced at some point, because it just looks too clean. But the weird thing about this one as well, I think one of the reasons it's listed is what it's made of. So inside, and you can go in on one day of the year, but unfortunately it's not today. It's made of brick, just normal bricks. But on the outside, it's made of these things. These are called treacle bricks. And what they are basically is bricks that have been fired for too long. So they've kind of melted, and you see, I mean, you won't be able to tell on the camera probably. Go back to the other camera, see if I can show you how shiny and kind of melted they are, and they're really smooth to the touch, unlike your kind of normal bricks that are rough. These have got that smooth feeling to them. And the benefit of these things, other than presumably turning this tower into some kind of climbing frame, is that they actually waterproof the tower. And they say that the reason that this thing's still standing and still waterproof is because of these weird treacle bricks that they used. Anyway, that's Bettison's Folly. I do like a good Folly. Might have to go and find some more. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of very Yorkshire style history. Thanks for watching everyone. Ride safe. And I'll talk to you all again soon.